There's no party like a Diddy party.
What's up, guys? Today I'm doing my UFC Miami predictions. Covington versus Buckley. I'm gonna be honest. I was looking at this card before I hit record, and some extremely close fights. Some really good prospects on here. Some veterans like Cub Swanson in the co-main event. Make sure you guys like and sub. We're gonna get right into it. And let me know your predictions down below. Prediction? How do you say that word? Okay. Anyways, starting with. Oh my god. They want to open the card with a women's fight. Knutson, I guess. Who cares? Women's fight. Knutson decision. Davy Grant versus Ramon Tavares. Why does Davy Grant not have a picture? I don't know. I believe both guys are coming off of losses. Davy Grant. Davy Grant. Where's his picture, man? Poor Davy Grant doesn't have a picture. Last fought in July of last year. What the fuck? Why has he been so inactive? He hasn't fought since July of last year. Tavares has fought January of this year. But see, this is what I mean. Unless Ramon Tavares was injured, why should we advocate for more fighter pay? This guy is a freaking unranked bantamweight, and these guys are crying about we need to be paid more. He's an unranked bantamweight, and he's so inactive that he's fought once this year, and it was in January. 11 months later, he's fighting. Come on, bro. There's a fucking hair on my screen. Sorry. I'll go Tavares. I'll go Davy. I don't know. Who cares? I'll go Tavares. Decision. Women's fight. I'll go Miranda Maverick. Don't care. Ooh, Felipe Lima was really good. He submitted some Dagestani, right? Naimov. I think that was his last fight. He looked great in that fight. I think he submitted that guy. Miles Johns is obviously very good. He's coming off of a win against Silva de Andrade. June. Again, June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months, really? You couldn't fight in 4 months? Or, like, if you're that hungry, like, you're gonna fight once every 6 months and you're an unranked featherweight? Fighters fighters should not be paid more. I'm gonna go Felipe Lima. I'm gonna go Felipe Lima. He looked tremendous last time I saw him fight. He's got a very good fast twitch. His strikes are very fast. He's got a good explosivity to them, even though he's a smaller guy. And obviously he submitted a Dagestani, so I'm gonna go Felipe Lima by I'm gonna say like first round like submission. I'm gonna say he drops Miles Johns and then Miles Johns is good. I'll go third round submit. I feel like Johns is good, and I'll go like late round two submission. I think he'll drop Johns and then submit him. But that's a really, really tough fight, to be honest. I just think Lima's just a bit faster, more twitchy. He looked incredible in his last fight, I thought. Look at this guy, huh? Look at this guy's face. Let's look at this guy. That's all I gotta say. Not even just his face. His build is insane. Sean Woodson. I'll go Sean Woodson. He looks like a fucking. This guy looks. Wow, this guy looks crazy. This guy looks insane. I'll go Sean Woodson. He's gonna headbutt him in round three and get it. No, I'm kidding. I'll just go decision. Sean Woodson looks like a decision kind of guy. Nah, I know. I know Sean Woodson. I'm not a casual, guys. Yeah, I'll go Sean Woodson via decision though. He's a decision merchant. Joe Alvarez, Jakar Close, another like phenomenal fight. These are all like phenomenal fights because these are like guys that are coming off wins too. That's what I like about these fights. Like Woodson, Padilla, both coming off wins. Johns, Felipe, both coming off wins. Maverick, Horth, both coming off wins. Like obviously Grant and Tavares, no, but anyway, sorry about that. But Alvarez, Jakar Close, Joe Alvarez looked phenomenal in his last fight as well. I believe he beat Elvis Brenner. Yes, I believe it was, yes, Elvis Brenner, August. Again, August, September, October, November, December. I mean, that's not too bad. That's 4 months, but these guys are so inactive, I feel like. I mean, 4 months is not inactive, but let's see your car close. May. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. He hasn't fought in 8 months! 8 freaking months this guy hasn't fought, man. Shit, why hasn't he fought in 8 months? Does he just make so much money? Like, these guys complain about fighter pay, and then I'm going Joe Alvarez via first round knockout. I don't care. Fucked your car closed. Fight 8 months, really? And I doubt he was injured. Ah, if it isn't Michelle Johnson, he's taking on Ottoman Azaitar. So Johnson is, if you're an MMA fan, you know M. Johnson. He is the guy that will literally knock out Habib and then get submitted by like Miranda Maverick or like Alexa Grasso or something, but like feet TKO. He's an insane fighter. I'm actually surprised he's still around. He is coming off of a win though in February. He's not even looked bad in his last couple of fights. I know he lost to did he lose to this guy? Did he beat him? It was Jamie, is it Malarkey? I think it was Malarkey, but he lost the decision, but I thought he won that decision. And like, I think he did get knocked out like 2 fights ago, but didn't he get knocked out by fuck, he got knocked out by somebody. He's looked okay though. He's really not looked too bad. Azaitar coming off of a loss, last fought in July of last year. What are we doing here? He didn't fight since last year. I'm going Johnson. More active, looked good in his last couple of fights. He's not really washed yet, I'd say. Title run starts now for Michael Johnson. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna go Johnson via. I'll go. I'll go like. I'll go to. I'll go round. I'll go round two TKO. I don't know. I could just see him like dropping. Dude, Zaitar hasn't been in there in like a year plus, like a year and a half. It's just like ring rust is a thing, like, or octagon rust, I guess. Johnson's been more active. He's just, I don't know. I just think he's the fresher guy with a bit of momentum. He's coming off of a win. I'm going Johnson. Azaitar's coming off of a loss and he's inactive. Like, I'm going Johnson by a first round knockout. And that's the end of the prelims. Now we are in the main card. Navajo Sterling. What is this guy? Is he an alien? Is he Japanese? This is his debut? Okay, this is his debut. I feel like I've heard this guy's name before. Maybe he was on the Contender Series or something. He is facing Tuco Tacos. What kind of name is that? This is a light heavyweight fight. I'm going Sterling. I don't rate a lot of these light heavyweights or heavyweight guys. Just look at Tuco. Look at this guy. Are you gonna pick him to win a fight? Come on, bro. I'm not picking this guy. Look at this. Just look at this guy, bro. He's balding. Get him out of here. I'm going Navajo Sterling. This guy looks like he's like three different races in one. I'm gonna go Navajo Sterling first round knockout. 1-2 down the middle. Adrian Yanez. Did he grow a beard? Has he always had this beard? Coming off of a win against Salvador something. Uh, I don't know. I'm going Yanez. He's facing Daniel Marcos. I'm going Giannis. A lot of people have picked Daniel Marcos, and I get it. Like, he is coming off of a win as well. He's a bit underrated. I don't know. This is actually a pretty close fight. I'm not gonna lie. He is undefeated, and he has beaten regional guys. But it's just like, can we stop doing this thing of, oh well, he beat a 13-4 regional fighter? It's like, well, on the regionals, just like in the amateurs in boxing, you could face the same guy 6, 7 times, especially if your division is like maybe a 147, a 135. So, like, I'm not going to rate Marcos being I'm not gonna rate him beating these regional guys. Like, whoa, that means that now he's in the UFC. And I know he won fights in the UFC, but now he's in the UFC. So what does that mean? I'm going Giannis. I'm going Adrian Giannis. Um, he's still young. You know, he looked good in his last fight. I'm going Giannis. I don't know. It's a tough one, but I'm going Giannis. I trust Giannis a little more. I'm gonna go decision. I think it's gonna be. I could weirdly see it being like a little boring. I could see Giannis not wanting to really get in a firefight. Maybe Marcos will try to like push the pace, but Giannis might just be able to keep him off with his power a little bit. Um, he might feel a little more patient, you know. Because that Rob was it Rob Font? Yeah, that Rob Font fight. Getting knocked out by Rob Font. It's like is gonna make him a lot more tentative and patient and not want to just be this guy. I think Giannis should learn how to throw some leg kicks is what I think. Some leg kicks and some teeps or something. But we'll see. He's still young in his career. I'm gonna go Giannis via decision. Vitor Petrino, Dustin Jacoby. Vitor Petrino just came off of a loss against Anthony Smith, who I've got an Anthony Smith video coming out. Well, I haven't recorded it yet, but I will be dropping a Anthony Smith rant video because he said something in an interview recently that Vitor Petrino lost to Anthony Smith, got guillotined like an idiot. Dustin Jacoby just got knocked out by Dominic Reyes. This is actually kind of funny matchmaking because obviously the guys that they lost who just fought. I mean, getting knocked out by Dominic Reyes isn't like it's not like what's worse, getting knocked out by Dominic Reyes or getting submitted by Anthony Smith. I'm going Dustin Jacoby. And I'll go Dustin Jacoby via but Petrino. I'll go Petrino. Nah, I don't know. How do you get submitted by Anthony Smith though? In 2024. I think that happened in 2024, right? Or is it 2020? It doesn't matter. In the 2020s. How do you get submitted by Anthony Smith ever? He's never been good. I'll go Petrino. I'll go Petrino via first round knockout. Sorry, Dustin Jacoby. I kind of like Dustin Jacoby, but he's old and fucking flabby. All right, Manel Cap, the real main event, guys. No, Manel Cap versus Bruno Silva. Now, Bruno Silva obviously is he's a middleweight, but he's moved down to flyweight to. All right, yeah, that joke was guys, there's another Bruno Silva breaking news. Bruno Silva from Brazil facing Manel Cap. I'm going. It's tough. This is a tough one. Manel Cap is. I like Manel Cap, man, but it's like I didn't like his performance against Mokayev. I actually thought he won that fight off of damage and shit. I don't know why they didn't just give him that robbery decision. They clearly don't like Mokayev. He was injured in that fight, so I'm not gonna like shit on him too much because he did break his foot apparently. He looked like he broke his foot too, like to be fair. Like he was fighting like a guy who was pretty flat-footed, or he's usually a bit more. I'll go Manel Cap. I'll go Manel Cap. I'll go Manel Cap either via. I keep banging my mic. Sorry. New mic coming soon, guys. I know this mic is pretty shit. Just bear with me. I keep stuttering my words. I've been hanging around Max Holloway. I just stuttered again. Max Holloway and Nate Diaz. Manel Cap. I could kind of see like a late third round stop it. Nah, I'll go decision. I think he's just going to be too tentative. I think he'll outpoint Silva. Yeah, I think he'll do good. I think he'll be able to outpoint Silva, but I can't see Manel Cap getting a finish. He's just been too like tentative recently. I don't know. I'd like to see him win this and then move on to a fight like Kaya Sakura or um Kaya Sakura makes a lot of sense. Imagine that fight in Japan, the rematch. Well, I think they've had a couple of fights in Japan though, and Ryzen, right? I'm going Manel Cap. I hope he wins, and I'm gonna pick him to win because I just think he's a little bit better. I think he's a little more dangerous. Obviously, Bruno Silva's a good guy, a good opponent, a good fighter, but Manel Cap, I like Manel Cap. he owned Israel Adesanya, who's like 5 feet taller than him, so that was pretty cool. I'm going with no cap decision. Cub Swanson versus Billy Q. Billy Q's terrible. I don't know how people are picking him. I'm going Cub Swanson. He had was his last fight Andre Philly? Yes, his last fight was Andre Philly. A close decision to Andre Philly, which he could have got that. Quarantillo, I believe, just got knocked out by Yusuf Zalal. Uh, how am I supposed to pick Billy Quarantillo? He's slow, he's plotty. I don't really know how anybody is picking Billy Quarantillo to win this fight. This is one that doesn't make sense to me. How are you picking him? He's just slow, he's plotty, he's old, he's not I'm going Cub Swanson. I know Cub Swanson is old too, but he had a good decision against Andre Philly. Andre Philly's also washed, but he's like 32, you know? Billy Quarantillo, excuse me, is just terrible. Like Cub Swanson he probably would get knocked out by Yusuf Zalal too. He'd probably he'd do better than Billy Q against Yusuf Zalal, so. Yeah, Billy Quarantillo's shit. Sorry. I don't know if he's ever been good, poor guy. But Cub Swanson, what a monster. I'm gonna go Cub Swanson actually via like mid early mid round two knockout. I could see him hurting Billy Q against the cage, teeing off. Maybe he takes him down, finishes him ground and pound TKO. I could see Cub Swanson. Yo, Cub Swanson, by the way, I just want to say I was watching his highlights on Instagram. One of the most underrated fighters of all time. Well, yeah, he's kind of underrated. I feel like he's not really appreciated enough. But Cub Swanson's awesome. And Billy Q is not. So Billy Q, you're getting knocked out round two by Cub Swanson. That's why I'm picking Cub Swanson. Main event. I have been going back and forth on this. So Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley, number 6 ranked versus number 9 ranked. I have been going back and forth on this fight since it's been announced. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Since it's been announced, I have changed my opinion on who I'm picking. This is extremely tough, man. I just there's this unknown with Colby Covington, right? Because I know his last performance was terrible. He lost to Leon Edwards last year, so he hasn't fought in a year. But it was a foot injury, and if he had a foot injury, it makes sense for the performance. And he won the 5th round against Edwards. He kind of picked it up actually as the fight kind of went on, but he just didn't pick it up soon enough. Ah, it didn't look like the usual Kobe that we see though, where he's always, yeah. If he's like the Kobe that faced Kamaru Usman, even the second fight, it doesn't even have to be back in the first fight, but the second time he faced Usman, if this is anything like that Kobe, I might pick him. But Buckley is just, I just don't know because Buckley does get late stoppages. And could Colby do a better job of making it into those championship rounds, round 4 and 5? Because I've never seen Joaquin Buckley in a 5th round. I'm sure has he had any 5th round or 5 round fights, or has he only been in 3 rounders? And obviously he knocks people out so early that it doesn't usually get to those rounds anyways. But he is coming off of multiple knockout wins. Luke Hay, um, Wonder Boy, and I believe some Dagestani guy. Well, I don't think he knocked him out. I think he dropped him and then won a decision, but this is extremely tough. If this is anything like the Usman version of Covington, I'm not just saying that because obviously Buckley is a big, strong black guy. I'm not saying he's like Usman because obviously Usman has the grappling, whereas Usman had power too. I mean, he was nothing to play around with. Fuck. This is one of my hardest picks of the year. Covington versus Buckley. Guys, let me know in the comments who you guys are picking because I really don't. I'm gonna go Buckley. I'm gonna go Buckley, but I'm gonna go Buckley via decision. I think people are kind of overrating Buckley's ability to get a knockout in this fight. I think people are underrating Colby Covington's chin. this guy's taking shots from Kamaru Usman, he's taking shots from clean shots as well from Jorge Masvidal. Um, and he's taken shots from good opponents and just kind of been like fine. He's got an underrated chin. Um, I think he's gonna push the pace, but I just think his age and his inactivity is not gonna allow him to fully take control of this fight. I think Buckley is gonna be the stronger guy. Remember, Covington is like a natural uh 170 pounder. He's a natural 170. Is it 170? Yeah. Wait, 155, 170. See, why is there no 155, 165, 175, 185? Why is it 155? Then it's a jump to 170. It's so weird. They're 100% should be a 165 pound division. I don't care. I don't understand how it's 155, 170, and then 185. It should be 155, 165, 175. Nonetheless, I just banged my mic again. I'm about to rip this shit off. Covington is a natural 170 pounder. He barely cuts weight. He cuts weight like 10 pounds. That's why he's can make this short notice fight. Like he has no problem doing this because it's just what 10 pounds for him in a month to cut. Like whereas a lot of guys like Buckley probably or maybe guys like Kamaru Usman need a lot more than a month to kind of sim down. Um, I'm gonna go Buckley. I'm gonna go Buckley decision. I think he's gonna hurt Colby maybe once or twice in this fight. I think Colby's gonna have some really good grappling moments. I think it could be a little bit close, but I think Buckley's gonna just do more damage. I could see Colby bleeding by the end of this fight. I could see Buckley a bit, tired, but I think he's gonna win. I just think he's too dangerous. I don't think he's gonna stop Colby Covington. Maybe I'm overrating Covington's chin a little bit. I just feel like Covington has not really been knocked out. Like he's faced so many good strikers. He's been like TKO technically, but I thought that stoppage was early. Remember when Usman TKO'd him? I thought that was a weird stoppage, to be honest. That was Goddard, Mark Goddard. I don't think he's that great of a ref. So I'm going Covington. I mean, I'm going Buckley. No, I'm not going Covington. I'm going Buckley. I want to go Covington. I want Covington to win, but I like Buckley, but I want Covington to win because he's better for the sport and he's better for the division. Because if he loses this, it's like, at the very least, if Colby loses, I hope it's a phenomenal performance. I hope it's a performance where it's like, well, at least he's not washed. Like Colby Covington looked great. I hope it's one of those performances, not like, oh, my goat is washed. I don't know. This has been a weird year though, because you've got guys like Luke Hay making comebacks and Dominic Reyes. No, I'm going Buckley. I'm going Buckley. I'm going Buckley decision. I think it would be a bit of a war, to be honest. I could see like lots of blood. I could see both guys being like just dead tired by the end of the fight. I could see both guys having a bit of bruises. I could see Covington being busted open. Obviously, Buckley probably might bleed, but he's black, so it's harder to see. I'm not racist, guys, I promise. But it has nothing to do with race. It's like objectively true. Like if he's a white guy, it's gonna be way easier to see his blood versus. Anyways, yeah, I'm going Joaquin Buckley. And I think after this fight, he should fight. Realistically, he can kind of get a title shot, right? He's on like a 4 fight winning streak at this point. And if he stops Colby Covington, like that'd be pretty insane. Yeah, he should. Realistically, Buckley should get the title shot after Shavkat. They should do Shavkat Bilal first quarter of next year, unless Shavkat's injury is really bad. Then, which is like, Shavkat always fucking injured. All these like these Dagestani like type guys are always in. Anyways, I don't want to go on a rant. I hate Anthony Smith. Anyways, I'm going Joaquin Buckley. Decision. Great card. Phenomenal card. Really, really a tremendous card. Some really good prospects. A couple of legends. Really, it's just Cub Swanson. A couple of legends. It's what Cub Swanson and fucking Dustin Jacoby, and fucking Miranda Maverick. No, but it's still a great card. Let me know what your predictions are. I want Colby Covington to win, but I just can't pick him. I don't know what version we're gonna get, man. He didn't look good in the Edwards fight. He looked alright in the Masvidal fight. It looked like Colby in the Masvidal, but Masvidal's not good. So it's like I don't really. at that point, Masvidal wasn't good. You know, it wasn't prime Masvidal out there. So it's, but then he had a close fight with Usman before that. No, okay, I'm going with Buckley, but I hope I'm wrong. But I do like Buckley. I don't care who wins. I just hope both teams have fun. Make sure you guys like and sub. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of because this is the last card of the year, which I forgot to mention. I'm gonna be doing a lot of like different videos, so be on the lookout. Anthony Smith, I'm dropping a rant on you this weekend. See you guys next time. Fuck Anthony Smith, fuck John Jones, and free Diddy.